Extra different, man.
Let's go.
I'm a little upset today, guys. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The Giants got smoked by the Steelers on Monday Night Football. Saquon Barkley had like 6 yards.
He did jump
But
over
it
someone.
he did jump over somebody and almost got caught and slammed on his neck. But it is what it is. Welcome to PCE The Podcast, baby. It's your host, Koree to the Reed, and your other host, Eugene Allen the third. What it do, baby?
So, let's go. So today,
All right.
obviously, we just had to switch it up. I'm sorry. I'm just excited about this one. We just kind of had to switch it up. But don't get it twisted. We got some people coming on the podcast. I don't think you guys are ready for it yet, so we had to slow it down. So,
Mr. Worldwide.
Exactly.
Mr. Worldwide.
That's the only guess we're gonna give y'all, Mr. Worldwide, and it's not Pitbull.
That's a fact. How you they do? That's another hint. All right, so today we're going to give you guys today I'm excited.
No cuts.
Fact, no cuts. One take shorty. Today we're going to give you guys a little bit of our background information, how we met, what we're passionate about, stuff like that. Let you guys see who we truly are as people. So I'm going to let Eugene Allen III kick us off. Tell me all about yourself, my brother.
So let's go to About Gene. See, we didn't have descriptive, but About Gene. Let's see. I say I'm definitely a hardworking person. Without sounding like an interview, everyone who knows me knows I care, but I also don't really care about anyone's opinion. That's a known thing if you know me.
Yeah.
I'm a hardworking person. Anyone knows that. People ask me for advice to lifting, to how to do this, how to do that. But like at the same time, I try to just pretty much stay completely reserved. Like last summer, I remember I was doing security, whatever. And people are like, oh, so this is what you do? And people, you got the smart kids in high school. Now it's like that time where you're seeing everyone. People got their little jobs in New York City. And I'm like, yeah, this is it. That's all I do. And then like my friends would get mad. They were like, Gene, why are you saying this? Like you do X, Y, and Z. Well, we'll talk about that later, what else I do. But like we talk about you do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, yeah, but people get so excited about like the nothingness, just a little title of a job or this X, Y, and Z. So I just let them have that moment because I don't want to one-up people. It's just that simple. I'm like, chill. Nah, this is what I'm doing now. That's it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I love that shit. Though.
Yeah, fact.
That stuff. I love that stuff.
No, we're cursing on this one. Sorry.
All right. It is what it is.
No, but other than that, let's go to you. Let's make this quick, and then we're gonna go into some detail.
I'm scared. I don't really know what to say. So I guess I'm Koree. I don't know how deep we want to go with it.
No, well, we're gonna go a little deeper later, but like let's just go on the surface. Because the majority of our listeners know us already personally, but let's just give the people, we always shoot for that one new viewer that doesn't really know us out of our circle. So let's tell those people.
Low key.
Yeah.
All right, my name's Koree. I could say the same thing as you, honestly. Right. Like super hardworking guy. I became obsessed with being the hardest working guy in any room that I walk into. I might not be the smartest. I might not be the best looking. I might not have the best eyebrows, but I'll try to be the hardest working guy in the room. On the service, I also work a little security. We had similar situations where people come up to me and they're like, so this is what you're doing. You're a bouncer. All that stuff you post on Facebook about you're going to make it to the NFL. You went to college, got a degree, and you're bouncing.
You're going too deep. Hold on.
Well, low key, this is like the same thing. And I'm also the type of guy like, yeah, this is what I got going on right now. But basically, we're two very hardworking men. That's all it is. We want to be the best versions of ourselves every single day in everything that we do.
Ooh, let's go into it's funny because when me and Koree met, we pretty much gelled like automatically. Like it was actually instantly crazy.
First time I saw this dude.
First time we ever seen each other. We So I'm a freshman. Boom, going to football camp.
I'm 30 years old. I'm also a freshman.
But like, I'm going to the camp. I'm like, yo, like this is crazy. Like these dudes are huge. Like I came from a small little, not a football school. I wouldn't say that, but hey, the community loved us. That's all that mattered. But like, so I drive up to school, Hartwick College. That's where we both went. I'm like, who is this kid with a pink backpack and blonde hair? I said,
I was from Cali.
Yeah, me and my little brother looked at each other. We're like, he's probably nice. I said, you gotta be nice. Like you don't just. There's two ways an athlete comes into camp with like that. You're either nice or you're just awful. And down the line, we went through a lot of trials and tribulations through camp and first 2 years of football together or not together. We'll get into that story a little bit afterwards. But it was definitely a journey, and I can attest to him saying he's one of the hardest workers in the room because I saw it firsthand. First time I've ever seen anyone from all 32 football teams in the NFL at our junior or senior year, whatever that was. So that's just a testament to his character and how hard work, even from a little small D3 school, that hey, we scored the ball a lot. We also let the team score the ball a lot. So
that is what it is. That's the motto for the day.
So if you play football, hey, you know that we took a lot of L's, but we produced some greats. We produced some legends for sure, especially on the offense side of the ball. But obviously you try to go into a little bit about football. So just tell everyone about kind of your experience of just at least college football and how we first met. Because, you know, there's two sides to every story.
Nah, first things first. That's a fact. I had a pink backpack with flowers on it, long blonde hair, came down to my nose, and the Odell going on. The first time I saw this dude, he was wearing a snapback hat. And I was like, there's no way he plays receiver. I was like, this is a big freshman. I was like, he looked like a D-end or a safety. So then our coach, Coach Tracy, he called, I don't know if he called you, me, or me, you, or I think he called you, me. Yeah. And he was like, and I just looked at Gene. First thing we ever said, I was like,
and I'm sitting by myself.
Fact, I'm like, so all black people look alike? And then Coach Tracy was like a little thrown off, and he was just like, shut up. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But that's the first thing we ever said to each other.
Facts. And it was funny because like both of us had pretty much the same mentality. Like I went to football camp, and this just goes into pretty much the background of the name of the podcast, PCE The Podcast, Passion Changes Everything. I sat by myself. I came there with one intention, and that was to play as soon as possible. I didn't come for friends. I came 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks, whatever it was, before school even started. There was no distractions. I didn't talk to anyone. People thought I was just the meanest person ever, but I came there with one intent. I didn't come there to have fun. I came all the way to the boonies in the cold to actually play football and start at football. And Koree was pretty much the same thing. He was chilling in his room, eating when we got to eat. First person to breakfast. That was my thing. First person to breakfast. So we just kind of naturally just gelled. And then, hey, the rest is history. And we're still writing that book. Chapter hasn't ended yet. So we're just having fun now.
Nah, amen. That's the truth. That is the truth from day one on. Because we both came there. We had our mean mug on, like what? I'm coming for starting spots. Yeah. You don't know me yet, but you're gonna know me. I'm coming for starting spots. And then we just had that funny moment. That was dope.
And I it's funny because I'll never forget like going to camp, and I don't know, football. You got the people that love to just bring you, especially upperclassmen, bring you under the wing. And I'll never forget like some kid. He's like, yo, where are you from? What position? He's like, oh man, yeah, you won't play. I was like, whoa. you don't know me. I said, that's
hold on. Because everybody that already knows me knows I name drop.
No, we can't name drop.
We're older now.
We can't.
And I'm much
drop.
bigger. I'm much bigger now. I'm not 160 pounds no more.
I've been bigger. So.
If I name drop, it is what it is.
Nah, no.
But not fact. No, I don't like people that come in. Anyone listening that's in college or high school now, don't come in with that mentality. Don't tell kids if they're not going to play because they're from a certain area. Just be humble. Take them under your wing. Be decent human beings, honestly.
Seriously,
But
because you never know.
at the same time, if they mess up, you got to be on them. You got to be on them because it's a family in sports.
Yeah, seriously.
That's how you win games.
Yeah, it's crazy because I dedicate sports to, I know certain parents, they're like, oh, I want to play sports. But like, I don't know, my dad kind of put in sports, like he put sports in my head at like okay, it's fun. Yeah, but take something from it. So me taking stuff from sports at a young age pretty much showed me like, okay, it can take me places. Like you go apply for a job. They see you played a sport, you were a team captain. They're gonna look at that. That's a plus. That's
Absolutely.
a plus plus plus. So just playing sports in college was such a blessing. And people, yeah, young kids out there, if you're listening, parents listening, whatever, take it seriously. Like you just because let's say you don't have the best team. My freshman year, I mean, sorry, my junior year of high school, I didn't win one game. Oh for what, 11, whatever it was. But like,
Same here. I won one game
yeah,
my
but
junior
it's
year.
like I said, okay. I was a little smaller too my junior year. Then I fell in love with the weight room, fell in love with the grind, and really seeing progress in yourself. And then it feeds naturally into everyone. Like it's amazing. Like what just one person, it's like a domino effect, like a positive domino effect. So one person, you're working your ass off, and then the person next to you, if they're, I don't know, if they're in the right mindset, they're gonna work as hard as you. They don't want to
Absolutely.
be that person. You guys went from playing Xbox or whatever when you were younger to okay, now you're lifting before you play Xbox. You want at least 7 people around you to lift before you guys play Xbox later. Nothing wrong with playing video games. Who cares? People make $1 million off of it. But
Absolutely.
have something else in your repertoire. And that's pretty much like I found the weight room, found the grind, people followed suit. And then like my senior year, we were like one of the teams that were on like the local news channels, like MSG Varsity. That's what we have out here. And like people were like, yo, who are these teams? Like, who is this team? Like, we were combining like 4 different schools. Like, it was like just people were like, what is happening? So unfortunately, like we came up short, couple plays down the line in playoffs didn't go our way, but we're 1 to 3 plays away from actually getting a banner. And like just the
That's
step of
insane.
being 0 and 11 to a positive record, going to playoffs, like that just shows working hard. And I know people are like, oh, talking about high school still. Trust me, I'm way past high school. Let that be known. But that's a
Fact.
lesson for all the high school players out there, because I still touch a lot of like my young players' hearts and try to teach them the journey. Like I have one kid right now, we can name drop this. Shout out to my guy Kai. He's a 6th grader right now. Watch out for him. Kid is going to be a different animal. He's going to be a different
I see
animal.
it.
You guys are gonna remember this. Trust me. When this podcast blows up, and I'm gonna bring Kai on the podcast, and he's like a senior. When he's like, "Oh, what offer are you going to?" This is where he's gonna have his commitment, because that kid right now,
Syracuse. Yeah, it's lit.
not
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Hey, wow.
I'm sorry,
Wow. We'll
Lander
see.
or Kentucky.
We'll see. Okay. I respect it.
No, but like it's seriously important, and you can just tell your journey. Obviously, let's go for
Let's
it.
keep
Tell them how
flowing. I'm about to
passionate
say.
you are. Let's just I covered the high school, so kind of cover your journey through college and what it takes, like transfers and just
Yeah, not bet.
going through college, a small school, and just having like the limelight at a small school. Like that was just something I've never experienced. So you're going to be the only person to really be able to talk about that, because myself, we both experienced high school. So I'm going to
Yeah,
cover
no,
that part.
100%.
Now you cover your part, and then I'm going to tell people how it feels like being on the outside looking at that. You being like one of
Bet.
my best friends in school, roommate,
Fact,
everything.
we went through that together.
Yeah.
I'm telling you everything. But nah, I can definitely relate to the high school thing too, because you probably didn't even know that I only won one game my junior year, and then senior year we went undefeated. So like it's kind of the same journey
Yeah.
without us even knowing.
Yeah.
But leaving high school, I had dreams of playing for Syracuse, obviously. That's my dream school. I went to their spring game, spring practice, everything. Doug Marone was the coach at the time. So I met with him. I was getting recruited by him, supposed to play for Syracuse. So once I got recruited by him, I'm telling everybody, I'm like, I'm going to Cuse. Like, I'm going to my dream school. I went to their football camp, was working out with their receiver coach and stuff. So I really thought I was going. I was like, man, I didn't have the best grades in high school. So I was a little nervous on that aspect, but I was like, bro, if you can ball, sometimes they sneak you in or whatever it is. So I ended up applying to Syracuse, got waitlisted for Syracuse, never got accepted. So I went to a D3 school after that, Albright College. Shout out to everybody that went to Albright. I know 90% of us transferred out of there, but shout out to Albright, because without Albright, I definitely wouldn't have went to Hartwick. So went to Albright to play receiver, got switched to play DB like practice number 2 or 3. And then when I got switched to play DB, I was the last string on the depth chart because I got moved over as my freshman year. So once you switch positions, you automatically start at the bottom. I was the last name, and they went by like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie groups all the way down Delta, Fox, whatever, in military terms. But so they will call us out. The last group, it was me and my boy Ibrahim Ahaji Conte. Shout out to Ib. But it was me and him, last string corners. We came in thinking we're gonna be the men. Like, we both wanted to go D1. So it was like a real kind of heartbreaking to see your name, because it's embarrassing. You know, you go up there, you see Reed on the last name on the depth chart, the last name. So I was like, man, this is just brutal.
Especially when you're from high school and you're the man. When you're the man, when you went from thinking,
you're supposed to go
all
to
right,
Q's.
D1, now you're bottom of the depth chart, D3, now you're going to take it as an insult.
Absolutely. And I was the number 4 receiver in all of New York State in high school. So I really thought I've always been humble. I've never been a super cocky person, because honestly, I wasn't that confident football-wise, because I played at a small school. Even going to college, you're just like, I might not be the best, but I'm definitely not the worst. I'm not going to be last on the depth chart. So that was like a rude awakening. But I stuck with it. I mean, I didn't really move up the depth chart all too much, but I ended up being Scout Team Player of the Week a bunch of times, because they named that, which I think is so cool. If coaches are listening, cool. That is awesome. Because I'm miserable. I'm playing like JV D3 football. I was supposed to go to Q's, but I'm like, at least I can make the travel bus. Like, at least I can be the Scout Team Player of the Week. So I'm like, fact. And I'm getting all the freshmen with me. I'm like, man, these dudes are not that good. Let's get picks on the quarterback. Like, if the running back is running, let's just smack him. Who cares? What's the worst that could happen? We can't go any lower. So I'm trying to bring the energy and stuff. So I made it through that. Made the travel bus a lot. Actually got on the field for an ECAC bowl game. Caught a kick return. Caught it. Ran straight out of bounds at the 20-yard line. I was terrified. But I get to say I played in a bowl game, and we won that bowl game. So small wins. Then I ended up at Hartwick College. I don't know if I really want to go super deep into that.
Nah, you don't got to go super deep. There's no reason.
All right, so basically,
Google it.
Google it. Basically, I went to a D1 school, never played, was just there. Transferred from D1 to Hartwick, and because I did that, they said I was ineligible, which is a made-up rule. It doesn't exist. People do it all the time in play. Mm-hmm. So I typed letters to the NCAA. I went through Hartwick College, so it wasn't just me on my own. I had to go to the office like 3 times a week to type papers. And
this was a freshman year.
Yeah.
I mean, so you can tell them about the part just kind of leading up. Like, we were in camp. Yeah, we were in camp, whatever.
Fact.
First scrimmage. Like, you can go into that.
Brutal. All right, so I'm here at Hartwick College. I don't know I'm ineligible. I'm filling out paperwork. They're like, of course you're going to be able to play. That's not a rule. You just have to do it. It's like, just take care of the little stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm going through camp. Camp sucks. I got remedials for jumping off sides. If you don't know what remedials are, awful.
I tried to blame him, and then I jumped off sides and had to run.
Oh, we still look like?
That was
day one of camp, 90 degrees out. I don't know what remedials are. I'm a freshman. I have no clue that that's extra running. So I'm just like, whatever. So we're going I'm running go routes, post routes over and over and over and over. I'm going out. Like, I'm trying to show off and win a starting spot. Then the end of practice comes. They're like, now you got remedials, which is extra running. When I tell you, I was on my hands and knees praying, and my boy Gene and my boy Dante, rest in peace, Dante. Fact, they were just like, come on, keep going. You got this. Like, what do you get up? Like, you got this. And I'm sitting there and like, cardio has never been an issue for me, but I was dying.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this dude's been flying by people on routes.
And
So
now I'm coming in last in every
he's
race.
on his hands and knees praying, like, come on. I
I was
was
like, I
like,
can't
yo,
do it.
what is happening?
I really thought I was dying. And I was like, I really can't do this. Like, I'm like crawling and I'm coming in last in every sprint. And we got linemen with us.
Yeah.
I'm just no energy left. But I made it through that. Then we get fast forward to the scrimmage. It's the night of my first scrimmage after I've been through all this stuff. Transfer from Albright, transfer to D1, didn't get an opportunity there, transfer to Hartwick, went through all this stuff, made it through camp, got a little bit of a starting role to play receiver. So I'm like, it's all here. Like, this is my time to freaking shine. Literally the nighttime, we're playing Union College for our scrimmage. Start at 8 p.m.
RPI. Sorry.
RPI. My fault. Yeah. Fact. It didn't matter because I didn't get to play. But RPI. So it must be nice. I'm dressed out. I got my sleeve on. I got my little visor on. Like, I'm ready to go. Right before we walk out, fully dressed, everything. Coach pulls me in the office. He's like, listen, you didn't get approved. Like, you can't play this season. And I'm just like literally minutes before, I'm already dressed, cleats on, everything. Minutes before we go out there, hits me with that news. And I'm just like, okay. So now I go back to my locker, take off all my stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if they assumed that I was just going to go back to my dorm room and cry about it or what I was going to do. But I was going to be the best cheerleader on the field. Ball boy, I'm hyping everybody up, like, whatever. I'm still thinking, like, I'm still going to have a season. It's just a scrimmage, whatever. So I come out there. I'm just hyping everything up. Then they tell me after the scrimmage, after everyone was balling too, you really had a good game. I do remember that. But after the whole thing, they're like, yeah, you can't play this whole season. So I'm like, man, like, I thought this was my chance to shine. So again, I don't know if they thought I was just going to cry or I was going to do whatever, but it is what it is. So yeah,
my boy dipped up out of there.
Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, I dropped right out. I was like, I'm only in college to play football. I'm not paying all this money to go to Harvard College to not play football. Yeah. I was like, went to all the offices. It was Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning. Went to all the offices. I'm like, I'm dropping out. Yeah. Vice president of the school was like, this is a horrible idea. Like, you're gonna regret it. I was like, I'm not paying all this money to go here. So I dropped out. Got a job working construction, which was awful because it was like end of fall, about to be the beginning of winter in upstate New York. Awful. And we built the house out in Jamesville, DeWitt, right by where Steve Valley, right by CBA. Built a nice house. It did come out nice. But man, I was like, this is not the life for me.
Yeah, it's crazy because Koree was gone or whatever. So I'm like, all right, he's got 1 year out. I was hitting this dude up. Like, we were only friends for a month. Yeah, it had literally a month. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, bro, you got to come back. Like, you got to come back to school. Like, just if they say you got to just finish one semester academically, come back to school. Boom, you can play. So, and then he had to sit out a whole football season, right?
Yep. Sat out the whole football season.
Came back sophomore year. Right?
I was filming.
Yeah, he was filming. He was helping filming everything. So he come back sophomore year, just had to bite the bullet on that. And then afterwards,
boy, when I tell y'all, it was go season on the snap. Every single day I hit the field. I was so obsessed with it. Like, people will not even, like, you won't believe me unless you followed me on Snapchat or you know me as a person. I was obsessed. I would see anybody post. Odell could post something in California that he was on the field. I would see that at 3 a.m. and I swear to God, I swear on everything I love, I would go to the field every single time I saw someone post. And if I was at the field and someone else was at the field with me, I would not leave until they left. So I would literally be, I'm finished up. Somebody would be walking down. If they made it to the turf and started working out, I had to stay. I was obsessed with it. Every single day on my Snap story.
Grind, man.
Go season. Obsessed.
He was obsessed with the grind. And then I know you don't like to hype yourself up, but we got to do it. We got to get some viewers in here. We're going to tag you.
Oh, no.
Talking about this champ, that champ. So just let them know. No, seriously, you got to finally play. He got to play college football legit on the starting team for 2 years. And just, hey, tell them what you did because, hey, numbers don't lie.
Nah. So my junior year, I got my chance in camp and everything. But I went through spring ball as well, only playing corner. It was supposed to be 6, or I was going to wear number 6. He wears number 5. It was going to be 6 and 5 playing cornerback. So I worked the whole spring at corner. We were balling, high key. Yeah, like, we were actually balling. And then all summer, I'm only working corner because I'm like, They want me to play corner. I'm old. I'm mature. I'll play whatever the team needs. So I'm playing corner. I was like, I'm going to lock down, though. I don't talk no trash at receiver, but at corner, it's a whole different ball game. So that's all I train. Corner. Worked out with Cam Skipworth. Shout out to my boy Cam. He played at UB. So I'm just getting my feet work right, getting used to backpedaling. Then I get into camp, and a kid, I don't know if I can really name drop.
No, don't name drop. You don't got to name drop.
J Money. He transferred. For whatever reason, he transferred to a different school. And he was a receiver that was supposed to start for Hartwick. So when he transferred, that kind of opened the gate for me to play receiver. So I get through camp, also pulled my hamstring in camp, like the last day of camp or the second to last day of camp. So I'm like nursing a hamstring injury after everything I just went through. I was like, man, this is not meant for me. So the first game comes against Western Connecticut State. I didn't play the entire game. And then we were down by a touchdown or tied up with a minute left in the game. And they're like, yo, can you run? And I'm like,
just run straight.
I was like, bro, as long as I don't have to cut, like, I'm good. I was like, even if I can't, I'm going to say I'm good. Like, I've been waiting for this opportunity for years, literally. So a minute left. They send me on a go. Set. I jumped off sides, flying past everyone. Everyone knew I was getting the ball. I was like, okay, bring it back. Same thing. Set, go. Straight go ball. Launches it. I catch it. It's literally like a movie. Literally catch it. Like I've waited my whole life for this one opportunity.
And it was under the lights. That was our first night game ever. Yeah.
Beautiful. WestCon is beautiful too. Such a beautiful stadium. They suck, but it's such a beautiful stadium. But I catch it. Boom. Whatever. We score. We tied it up or whatever. They get the ball. They score again. My next play. I've only been in for 2 plays. I got 1 pass, and then I think Brad scored. Typical. It is what it is. That's my guy. Then we get right back out there with, 30 seconds left. We're going to run the same thing. Another go ball. Tip it up. I catch it again, get tackled. And then we just didn't end up punching it in after that. But like a legendary story. Next week 2, I still don't start the game. I'm only in 2 formations because I went through all of camp, all of spring ball playing defense. So I didn't know the whole playbook. They had me in aces and regular, 2 formations.
Bro, this is crazy. No, the numbers you put up and you didn't.
I didn't even start the first 2 games.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. But so then that second game, I actually got to play a little bit. Had a couple touchdowns balled out. End of junior season, I had over 1,600 yards. First team All-American for a bunch of different things. Broke 2 D3 records. I would have had.
What other record did you break? Because some people are like, oh, he played D3. Nah, he was breaking grown man records.
Yeah, I led the entire country in any division for receiving yards that year and average yards per catch, which was the next guy wasn't even almost close. Like,
how many receiving yards you had again?
Over 1,600. I don't know the exact number.
Don't let that go over your head. I'll do some big bold block numbers on the screen so y'all can.
Fact. With not a lot of catches either. I didn't get many catches at all. Seriously. But honestly, and junior year was fire. And like I said, I led the entire country. And D3football.com didn't give me a first team All-American. They didn't give me second team All-American. They didn't give me third team All-American. They didn't even give me an honorable mention.
Yeah.
That is 8 different receiver positions I could have filled on D3.com, and they didn't give it to me. And I still don't know why. So I didn't get none of that. Leading the country.
And the funny thing is the NFL still came knocking. We don't got to go in detail. I don't want you to get in your bag about that. But let's just say,
if y'all listen to D3.com, y'all owe me an All-American position.
And then it was crazy. We'll kind of fast forward just a little bit and just tell everyone it was crazy the fact that you actually had NFL. I know in Hartwick history, we literally have historically the strongest quarterback in the history book still, Boltus.
Yeah, in the history of the NFL.
Yeah, so we produce offensive legends.
Absolutely.
But and then it kind of hit a point where it kind of got crazy. Like this guy was getting, so our senior year, we're fast forwarding a little bit, he's getting double team, triple team, slide coverage, boundary side, anything you name it happened. Absolutely. And he didn't have a 1,600 yard season, but would you have
1,000, over 1,000?
Yeah, still over 1,000, which is crazy. And then it was just crazy because it hit a point where we were just kind of, NFL teams came. I'm not familiar with the NFL. I don't know anything about that process. No one really knew about the process. So we're like, wow, my guy's really about to get recruited. And then,
100%.
Drafted or whatever, walk on, whatever. He's going to do something. And it's crazy because it just didn't happen. We're not going to go into big details. But
absolutely.
He missed a few calls, we'll just say, but the grind didn't stop. And then afterwards,
100%.
You can pretty much tell him a little bit about your, obviously, his dream, still his dream, catch an NFL pass. Boom.
Absolutely.
If you're obsessed with anything, doesn't matter if it's sports, if you're obsessed with anything, you want to have, let's say you're a tech guy, you want to be on the stage with someone like a Steve Jobs and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So that's what you want to do. You want to be in those rooms with people. You're an entrepreneur in the hip hop world. You're going to want to be near people, near Jay-Z. If you're an entrepreneur, you're going to be near one of the guys like a Gary V. So Koree's his room was NFL stadium, just catching a pass. It doesn't need to be. It could have been a pass out of bounds because the quarterback overthrew him.
Didn't matter.
and
So
I bet you
serious.
that picture would have been everywhere on social media to this day.
Twice.
Yeah, but
that would still be my profile pic.
Yeah, it didn't work like that. You can tell about your most recent football thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So the whole NFL thing, yeah, like it didn't work out, but it was still like the whole process was so surreal. Like I was meeting with these scouts. Like anytime a scout came to Hartwood College, I didn't catch with gloves on because I wanted to stand out. We had a couple, they went up to Strawberry Field. If anyone's familiar with Hartwick, like we had scouts at Strawberry Field. Like it's in the middle of the forest. You got to walk to get there. Like it was so surreal. And I never wore gloves, never wore any gloves when they came because I was like, I got to stand out somehow, some way.
Mm-hmm.
But like I get into these meeting rooms with these scouts and I'm just like you could probably just sense that I'm a D3 player because I was just so excited. Like even now, if somebody if I made it to the NFL and Odell walked past me, let's take a picture. I don't care. I'm a fan of the game. So when scouts came, like the Giants scout, I'm a Giants fan. Giant scout comes in and wants to talk to me. Like I'm just like what do you want to know? But it didn't work out. Everything happens for a reason.
Yep.
I got blessed with an opportunity to play in the IFL, arena football. Shout out to Coach Dixie Wootwin. I might be seeing you soon, my boy. Shout out to Coach. But yeah, so I got an opportunity to play professional football in the IFL against kids like we have our starting cornerback played for Texas Tech. Our starting safety played for the Bills, got a shot with the Bills. Our running backs from Hawaii. Mike Jones is out there, not the Mike Jones, the rapper, but the amazing running back. I play with Mike Jones. I play with the league MVP. That's my quarterback. Shout out Quan. So I'm playing with these guys that are just monsters, and I'm coming from a small school. So our defensive end was a 5-star recruit. He played with at Florida with Aaron Hernandez and Tim Tebow. Like these dudes are like legit. So going into the opportunity, I'm thinking like I'm really gonna find out if I could play at the next level. So I was nervous. And I'm texting Gene. Gene's like, "What are you nervous for? Like you play ball. Like you can play with anybody." Because Gene's
don't ask
confident.
Me. Trust me. Don't ever ask me. No,
he'll get tight. He'll get tight.
I get mad when people are
you
down
questioning yourself.
Yeah,
you doubting yourself.
Yeah, I treat you like you're like, whoa, did I just do something wrong? I'm like, yeah, you
Fact.
did. That's the first mistake. Don't ever do that. Listen,
no
one doesn't matter what you do. Don't do that.
Fact. No, but if you're gonna doubt yourself, text Eugene Allen. Text them. I texted him next practice. Swear to God, like I'm not even boosting. The next practice, I was like, "Nah, I'm killing everybody here." I was like, "I can stop. I'm having fun. Like I'm just learning the game, having fun. But I can compete with literally anybody. Literally anybody. Like
the sport doesn't change. The people around you just are a little bit better. The sport doesn't change. You've been playing. It doesn't matter. It's just you've been doing the same thing. That's like It's funny absolutely. Just to let you finish that real quick before I.
But all right, I'm gonna speed it up real quick. All right, so I got my opportunity. Like I drove all the way to Arizona, 37 hours straight. 37 hours straight to Arizona. Got there, Love it. I mean, fell in love instantly. The atmosphere, the mountains in the back, the weather's beautiful. I like snake hunting. I wouldn't snake hunt there, but I did. So I wouldn't recommend it, I should say. But yeah, the weather, mountains, nature trails, all this stuff. They paid for an apartment, like beautiful apartment. I love my roommate. Shout out to my roommates. They both signed to be back in Tucson, so maybe I'll see y'all soon. But yeah, so I was just kind of like the little bit of the I made it moment. Like I'm playing pro ball. Somebody's paying me to play football. And then COVID hit, smashed my dreams in the face, forced me to drive all the way back to New York before I played my first game, bro.
Yep. I mean, that's just, but the thing is with COVID, everyone has dealt with it in their own way. Even if you are those people that don't believe in COVID, I don't even know how that makes sense, but it's impacted people. Doesn't matter you believe in it or you don't, in a lot of different ways. And damn, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, so it's funny because I remember with Koree, just take us down memory lane. Obviously, this podcast is about us. We'll go into a little more detail about the podcast in a little bit, but we've always pretty much pushed each other through everything. We pretty much took the same classes, both sociology majors in undergrad. And even though Koree said before, oh, my grades weren't that good in high school, he knew that he wasn't the best at retaining knowledge. So it was just something of he knew he had to work harder. He wasn't good at it, so I'm going to work harder. And it's funny, we took I think one of the most stressed classes, believe it or not, we're on a podcast, making a podcast, was public speaking.
Oh, by far.
And so we're in public speaking. We're like, whoa, we want to, okay, can we do this?
We didn't know nobody in there.
Yeah, I'm like, can we do this? Okay, all right, so we do it. Kill it, like kill public speaking. And look, now we're here. I forgot whatever our teacher's name is, but hey, look at us now. We're not reading off a script. We're doing pretty good.
Fact.
But, yeah, it's funny because we really just, I don't know, man, when you go to college, even I just sent my little brother to college. I'm like, just put the same 50% of the effort that you've put into sports. If you put that effort, because you outwork everyone in the room in sports, you put that into schoolwork, academics, sky's the limit.
Absolutely.
And whatever you do, let's say you don't go to college, but you want to be the best mechanic out there. You want to be the best this, that. You put in that effort, especially, I'm going to keep relating everything to sports because that's what I know. That's what I love. That's what I do. It's the sky's the limit, man. Seriously, it's just people are always like, people that make me, I don't know, uncomfortable, I guess, in a room, and I'm a pretty blunt person, all my friends know it, is people that don't have any drive or just don't want to do anything. That makes me uncomfortable. If Absolutely. You're in a room, especially you're young, let's say you're under 30, and you're just, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Like, that just makes me so uncomfortable. Like, it's crazy when people are like that.
Fact.
And I just don't even like associating with people. This is no shot to, hey, if you were my old friends, you know, if I haven't hit you up in a little bit,
it is what it is.
Yeah, but like, I've had to cut a lot of people off. Like, it's actually been a little bit crazy, but I'm like looking through memory lane at some old pictures, and then like the memory posts will come up on Facebook, and I'm like, wow, I don't even chill with that person. I'm like, yeah, you no drive, I can't be around you. Makes me uncomfortable. If we're not talking about stuff proactive to build in the future and what you're doing and how I can help you, there's really no sense of communicating. Like, I like hanging out, but like, I want to hang out with people that have a purpose. You got to find that purpose. Even if it's not now, try to find the purpose. Don't just sit back Absolutely. And kind of let life just kind of phase and fizzle out. And you're still talking about high school, even though I just brought it up, but like, I'm at a different level.
Our history.
Yeah, come on. I made history. I can talk about history, and I'm still making history. It's not going to stop.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Let's talk about just like passion. Like,
I'm with it.
Let's talk about outside of us physically playing sports, even if that's spreading knowledge, anything like that. Let's just talk about that. You can go first, and then I'll kind of follow through.
No, 100%. Just going off of what you said, I also had trouble finding my purpose in life without sports because I've played football since I was 5 years old. I'm 26 now. That's 21 years of me playing football. Like, that's insane. Anyone that's been at a career for 21 years, like, that's your life. Mm-hmm. So I struggled finding what I'm passionate about besides football, or my purpose in life besides football. And something that really helped, like I still don't have it all figured out. Obviously, like I'm not living in my mansion, driving my Lamborghini, so I
I
don't have it
never
figured
said
out.
we're not
No,
saying
100%.
figured it out, but it's
No,
just you got to be passionate about something.
absolutely. And a good tip that I have for the people, which works for me, is map out how you want your life to be, if that makes sense. Like I literally have a list of questions. I could post them on this video or whatever, but ask yourself, like, do you want to be married? Do you want to have kids? What kind of house do you want to live in? What type of job do you want? How much money do you want to make? Stuff. What kind of car do you want to drive? Where do you want to live in the world? Just ask yourself those simple questions and answer what you can answer. Of course, you won't have all the answers, but give yourself an idea and then figure out how you're going to get there. So
Yeah.
write out your goals, write out what you want to accomplish, and then figure out how you're going to get to those goals. Not everyone wants to have a mansion. I honestly don't even want a mansion.
Yeah.
I want to live in a nice house, be comfortable. I don't want to struggle about bills. I don't want to worry about this or that. I just want to have like a nice house. Like stuff like that I don't want to worry about.
Yeah.
But I also don't have to live in a mansion. I don't have to drive a Lamborghini truck. I might have to get a Lamborghini car though. Lamborghini Murcielago, low key, but I don't have to be nothing crazy, but that's just a bit of advice that I have for everybody out
seriously. Seriously, that's really what it is. There's a lot of people that are. So I'm near a little bit of money, obviously, and I didn't say I have money. Let's make sure I see it. Like, it's not a big deal if I see like a Lamborghini. I see them.
G-Wagons.
Yeah, I
every
see
single
them.
day when I was in
like,
Long Island.
I see that
G-Wagons
stuff.
OD.
But when I look at like the materialistic items and stuff, I'm not gonna say, oh no, I don't want I'm not that person that says, I don't want this. You're damn right. If I could, I got a little change. I got a little change at the end of the month. If I could get it, I'm gonna get it. But like that's my goal has never really been to get everything materialistic to look good for the outside world. Because like me and Koree have talked about it, bro. I'm telling you right now, I'll be millionaire, whatever. I'm wearing hoodies, sweatpants,
dressed just like this.
I don't care. My shirt, my white tees is still gonna have the dirty prints underneath the armpits. I'm wearing them under
hard work, baby.
But that's me, and I wanna be able to actually obtain that product if I want to. That's Absolutely. What makes me excited when I'm near people that are just affluent and can afford it. I like talking to people like that because they've done something that I want to do to say that I can purchase this. I don't need to purchase this. There's no need. I don't care what you think on a picture. Like what? Scroll through my Instagram. There's a picture. There's always a picture on there with me promoting someone else, or me with someone else in it. It's not about what I want to do. It's more of what I can do, and having the means to afford that's cool because you live comfortably, and that's really what I like my aspect when it comes to like stuff like that. If we want to talk about money, that's gonna be a whole nother podcast. We don't got to get into that right now. But
I'm the cheapest person you'll ever meet. I'm the cheapest person. I promise. Yeah. Anybody that knows me knows that.
Fact. No, but tell us something you're passionate about outside of
football.
No, outside of not even you, outside of football, because your knowledge is that's money too. Money, like spreading stuff doesn't always need to be money to make sure you're doing good. So just talk a little bit about what you're passionate about besides actually physically playing football. Because there can be some people that are like, I don't give a fuck about football. Talk about something else. So just let them know.
100%. I'm super, I mean, anyone that really knows me already knows this, but I'm super passionate about helping people in general. I am the type of guy that you can call, like you need help moving your car. I will push your car for miles. You can tell me you need help getting faster. I will train you for free. Like I'm just that type of dude. I will help you. If you want to learn how to play baseball, I'm the worst baseball player in the world, but I will research. I will find you the best baseball player in the area. Probably Scotty Blewett. Shout out my boy Scotty. He played a little MLB, but I will get you in touch with those type of people. So I'm super passionate about helping people, whether it's sports, whether it's marketing your business. I'll knock on doors. I'll go the extra mile because I just really enjoy helping people. I can honestly say that's what I'm most passionate about, even ahead of football at this point in my life.
Cool. Now, I would say that's pretty much. I will take a lot of passion and say I love helping people. I'm big with just kind of spreading love. And it's funny because my niche in the community is basketball. People know me as Gene in basketball. They don't associate me with football. Like I coach at our high school, like the local high school, JV girls basketball. And it's funny because at first we're gonna get into this in a different podcast. We got some good stuff coming for y'all, but like I didn't think I would really, girls sports. I was like, I don't know.
My boy was nervous.
I
don't
was
get nervous often.
Yeah, it's rare if I'm nervous. I'm like,
I was nervous for him.
I'm sweating. Like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this, but ended up doing it, and it was truthfully one of the best experience I've ever had. But we're gonna talk about that more later on. But now, like, I train kids. I love training kids, and I don't. There's a lot of people that they go out and train kids, especially locally, and it's like trying to make a quick buck. That's not really my thing. I've gotten to the point where, I mean, I've been coaching people in basketball since I was a junior in high school. I've been training. I mean, my first protege was he just went to college, and that's just years and years spent right there. And then my little cousins, another one going to college. They're my friends, like Xavier's friends, my young brother's friends. But I've loved to do it, and I don't really care about the money. The money's nice because it's like I got to pay some bills, get some food, but like that's pretty much all I'm really purchasing with that money. But it's when I'm training kids, I like to build a relationship and just kind of be proactive with them. I'm going to go to their games. Like I'm going to kids' games that are like CYO games, like games that are just so boring to watch, but I'm just going to
misses.
Yeah, I'm going there.
A lot of missed layups.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of missed layups. And I'm sweating. So I'm like, oh, you don't do that when we training.
Yeah.
I'm still hard on them.
You got to be quiet. You got to be quiet.
Exactly. But that's pretty much what I love to do is just, I'm super passionate with that. And now, obviously, let's just close this out. I'm passionate about this PCE right now. PCE The Podcast. I love it. I love the journey of it. I love the journey that we're creating, the story that we're creating, and people are going to follow suit because we're doing this with a lot of love and a lot of fun, and we're also moving with intention. We're moving with intention. We're inspiring people. We're just giving people a platform to basically talk about why you're such a good person or why you do that and why you do this. Because I think, well, we both think it's important. And it's funny because I just started listening to podcasts and I was like, yo, this is like cool. I'm like, why do people now? I'm like, and then a blessing from COVID, even though stuff didn't work out the way that it should have in a lot of aspects of both of our lives, everyone in the world's lives. I can take this positively from it and say that this is definitely a strong initiative that we're starting. And PCE doesn't stop at just the podcast. We have a lot of other stuff coming. We have a lot of stuff we're building. We're gonna keep that under wraps right now, but we really have a lot of stuff coming right now. And we're going to set up a platform to just talk about it, inspire people, like I said before. And if you have me and Koree ourselves, we have people that are in our corner that are supporting us. And if you smile and wave and think you're our friends and our loved ones and you're not supporting us, just know you're gonna get left behind. It's just that simple.
You're gonna be telling the story like, I know him. I used to hang out with him. I used to do, and your kids or whoever you're talking to is gonna be like, I doubt it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just the fact of it. If you're not truthfully, but because there's a lot of people out there. I actually just saw some on Instagram. It was like, if your friends aren't supporting you, are they really your friends? But that's a fact of it.
It's 100%.
If you're one of the 100 million people on a Joe Rogan podcast or this video, that video, but you're going to repost that because that's cool. And this goes for everything because we're working with a lot of grassroots companies right now.
Absolutely.
And like they even know it. They even say it. They're like, okay, there's a reason people are coming out to help for us and certain initiatives. We're not going to talk about it right now, but there's a reason they're coming out to us because they got 1,000 people on their on their regular Instagram following them, right? They got 10,000 people on that. But go to some of these people with all these big followers. Go to their business accounts. Go to something that they love to do because they're comfortable getting in front of a camera and putting their stuff out there nationally and nationally in the world. They're putting stuff out there in the world. And let's see those 10,000 followers that you got in your regular Instagram, compare them to your business one. Guarantee it's like 500. That's what's wrong right now. And that's what's wrong with a lot of people. And that's what that's something obviously I don't rock with. Like I have people like my cousin right now, he's building us a shirt. We're going through people that we actually know to get stuff done because that's how it should be. Like you guys gotta build together, and you guys are gonna see it down the line. This was more of just the first podcast with Koree and ourselves, just talking about who we are. But we're all, every like 4 podcasts, something like that. Don't sign. Like it's not signed, but we're always gonna have something where we're just sitting and talking about whatever topics. But the topic for today was obviously just who we are and why we gel so much. And if you can't tell from this podcast, we're just hardworking people that just happen to just fall in place and just our alignment kind of matched up. Amen. And that's just pretty much how it's been. So you can follow that, but like just so you know, if you're not with us right now, you're gonna get left. It's just that simple. Like I don't. That's a fact. y'all better ask somebody. I don't care what nobody got to say. Come on, y'all better ask somebody. But that's my little rant right now. Trust me,
I love that
rants.
I love that. I mean, it's so weird because honestly, like every part of our lives, we can relate to each other with. Because like you train basketball kids, I train a baseball team and a hockey team. So it's like, even when we don't even talk, like if we don't talk to each other for, I don't know, probably 2 days, we talk pretty much every day. But like something will happen. He'll be like, oh, I'm training this kid. And I'm like, wait, like I just started training kids too. Like you've been training kids for years and I just started without even knowing. Mm-hmm. Like we just relate so well on everything. It's so weird. But everything you said that's 100. Either boss up or get bossed around. That's it. Either boss up or get bossed around.
No, but just to close this out, obviously first, please like, comment, subscribe on all of our stuff. If you're listening on any platform, any streaming platform, please just repost it, tag us on Instagram. Our Instagram right now is Passion Changes Everything _ on YouTube. Please comment. Comment is how we get active in the algorithm, and we can just pretty much try to get a little money from YouTube so we can make some cool stuff and cool videos. Fact. It's just that simple. Like all the money that we'll be making, and trust me, we have some stuff coming. I hope y'all like to drink wine. That's all I'm gonna say. But we got some stuff coming.
That's a fact.
And it's gonna be a lot of fun. Just come have fun with us. Come listen to some cool stories. Like I said, and one of the things that I just wanted to tell everyone, this is not just a sport podcast. We just happen to have a common theme with everyone who we've just recently had that you guys have seen. Trust me, we have a lot of videos we haven't even put out yet.
Fact.
But they play sports and they've gotten that drive from sports. So we're just really pushing that. It's extremely necessary for us, especially to start kind of where we're comfortable with. But we're getting out of our comfort zone, and we're going to show a lot of people what we're really about, and that we're taking this podcast thing serious. That's my biggest thing. I just want to let people know I'm taking this dead ass serious. We got a lot of cool stuff. Sorry, the New York came out.
He said, I'm dead ass, B.
Nah, man.
Wearing Timbos.
Other than that, just wrap us up. Obviously, we can drop everything in here.
Oh yeah, fact. Nah. But going based off what you said, I'm gonna wrap it up. But if you see me out in person, just say what's up. If you see my Instagram, you can slide in the DMs. Guys only. I got a girlfriend. I got a beautiful wife. But you can slide in. Let me know what you're working on. Let me know your music. That's a fact. We both married. Let me know your music. Let me know what businesses you're doing, like what you're doing in the community. Anything you want me to come out. If you want me to speak, if you want me to help train, whatever you need, let me know. I walk around with a resting bitch face. It's just my face. I look angry all the time, especially if you see me out. I probably got a low hat and I look angry. I'm not angry. You can say what's up. I'm a nice guy. I promise you. But thank you guys for tuning in to Passion Changes Everything, PCE The Podcast. We appreciate all the love and support we've been getting thus far. Keep it up. Tell a friend. All you have to do is tell a friend, and they tell a friend, and they tell a friend, and we can be friends. Let's go.
Hey, but that's it. We love all you guys, and we're constantly growing and gaining a new follower and just new engagement every week. So, hey, thank you. Peace out.
Yo, shit.